Pelvic tilts. So when you're lying on your back, there'll be a natural forwards curve at your lower back. This is the natural forward curve of the lumbar spine. From here, you're going to gently tip the pelvis backwards and flatten the lower back onto the mat. This creates what we call a posterior pelvic tilt. Then from here, you're going to tip the pelvis forwards and tip it a little bit further forwards and create an arch under your lower back. This is anterior pelvic tilt. So I'm showing you this lying down. This is one way to experience it and to practice. You can also practice on all fours. So it's the same thing. If you tip the pelvis backwards and slightly round the lower back, we're in a posterior pelvic tilt. And then if you tip the pelvis forwards, accentuating that arch in the lower back, then that is an anterior pelvic tilt like this. Ideally, most of the time, we want to be somewhere in the middle, in between the two extremes in what's called a neutral pelvis. So you can do this exercise standing as well, moving between a posterior pelvic tilt, which is where you flatten the lower back, you tuck the bum under, and here it's easier to activate your glutes and your core, or moving into a anterior pelvic tilt, so where you're tipping the pelvis forwards, exaggerating the arch in your lower back, and here is actually where we're in a slightly weakened position and it's harder to engage our glutes and our core in this position. Ideally, most of the time you want to be in a neutral pelvis, so somewhere in between the two extremes. But what's most important of all is that you have pelvic mobility so that you're able to move your pelvis and to tip the pelvis forwards and backwards without moving from your shoulders or your rib cage, without moving anything else, just isolating the pelvis. So a great thing to practice is standing tall, a little soft bend in the knees, and then tipping the pelvis forwards and backwards without moving your shoulders.